Hello everyone and welcome back to more Fantasy Life I. In today's video, I'm finally gonna be showing you guys the locations for every single Strangeling in the game, all 49 of them. I'm kind of late with this one probably, like most of you will definitely have every single Strangeling already, but in case you are missing like only a couple or you just picked up this game and are wondering where to get every single one of them, I'm gonna be telling you guys exactly that. So as I said, there's gonna be a total of 49 of these Strangelings over here, which Strangelings are of course the way to get residents or characters in this game, which there is a total of 50 characters. The last character is like kind of a spoiler. I did make a separate video about that. After beating the game, you can complete the Flutter's request, and that's going to give you your final character. So 50 characters and 49 Strangelings. I'm going to be covering these in 5 separate categories. The first one is going to be the Story Strangelings. There's going to be 5 of those. The second category is going to be Shrine Strangelings. There are going to be 20 of those, but one of those 20 Shrine Strangelings is actually going to be part of the Story Strangelings. So there's only 19 if you didn't go for any shrines and just did the story. The third category is going to be RNG dropped Strangelings, which are Strangelings that you can get from blue chests. There's going to be 10 of those. The fourth category is going to be the Hidden Strangelings, which are basically just going to be hidden all around Ginormosia. If they just really like playing hide and seek, there's going to be 9 of those. And the fifth category is going to be the Settlement Quest Strangelings. These are probably the most annoying ones to get, because every settlement over here in Ginormosia, all 6 of them, have a Strangeling that they will give you once you completed 3 quests for the leader of that settlement. I actually made a separate settlement video already where I show you how to complete all of those quests, or at least tell you what you need to do. So if you're only missing these 6 settlement Strangelings, you should probably check out that video. So without any further ado, let's get on with the video. And first off, I'm gonna tell you guys how you can get the Story Strangelings. The first Strangeling that you're gonna get is the Odd Dresser over here for the Carpenter life. Just to avoid like any spoilers, if people don't like that stuff, I'll try not to say the Strangeling's real name, and I'll try not to show how they actually look like. So I'm just gonna show you the Strangeling and not the actual character. You should get her by the time you have completed chapter 2 of the game. The Sturdy Wheelbarrow with a Strangeling for the minor life, and you should get this by the time you complete chapter 3 of the story. You will get the Leafy Watering Can Strangeling for the farmer life if you go through chapter 4 of the story. You will get the Graceful Fan Strangeling for the artist life if you complete chapter 5 of the story, and you will get the last story related Strangeling, the Dragon Slayer's Sword for the mercenary life if you complete chapter 6 of the story. So that's all story Strangelings out of the way. You guys probably already had those, but just to make sure, I want to cover them as well, because for the remaining 44 of these Strangelings, you can pretty much get all of them. I think there's like 1 or 2 that you can't immediately get, but for the other ones, you can immediately get them as soon as you get access to Ginormosia, which is kind of crazy if you think about it. So up next, let's cover all of the Shrine Strangelings. So that's going to be a total of 20, but actually only 19 new ones, because the Odd Dresser over here is a Strangeling that you get when you complete that first obligatory shrine over in Ginormosia. You can get the Free Spirited Camp Strangeling for the Paladin life by completing the said Nash Shrine over at the East Dry Ridge Desert region. By the way, I also made a dedicated video covering all of the shrine locations, where I put all of these Strangelings related to them in the description below. So if you want to get all of the shrine Strangelings, I recommend checking out that video. You can get the Fortune Cat Doll Strangeling for the Magician life by completing the Angar Shrine over at the Viridia Plateau. You can get the Black Knight's Sword Strangeling for the Paladin life by completing the Scary Shrine over at the Viridia Plateau. You can get the Angler's Hood Strangeling for the Angler life, of course, by completing the Fanny Shrine over at the South Greygut Plains. You can get the Soothing Basket Strangeling for the Woodcutter life by completing the Bareng Shrine over at the South Greygut Plains. You can get the Snowy Idol Strangeling for the Mercenary life by completing the Iga Shrine over at the West Greygut Plains. You can get the Mustachioed Helmet Strangeling for the Paladin life by completing the Beshfall Shrine over at the East Greatgut Plains. You can get the Little Brother Bust Strangeling for the Farmer life by completing the Glad Shrine over at the Petalwing Woods. This is probably the most annoying shrine to actually do or like find, because it's going to be inside of the Petalwing Forest, where you will enter over here and you have to make your way over to this place. Then you're going to be inside of a little maze. You have to go through that, and then you'll finally arrive at the shrine. It's such an annoying one to actually do, but that is where you are going to get the Little Brother Bust Strangeling. You can get the Breezy Weathervane Strangeling for the Hunter life by completing the Headwood Shrine over at Shroomhaven. You can get the Big Brother Bust Strangeling for the Artist life by completing the Relive Shrine over at Wingtip Valley. You can get the Berated Target Strangeling for the Hunter life by completing the Galashi Shrine over at Wingtip Valley. You can get the Elegant Ice Wolf Statue Strangeling for the Magician life by completing the Wavyu Shrine over at the Multana Wastes. You can get the Cold Crystal Strangeling for the Minor life by completing the Lunely Shrine over at Scorchrock Mountain. You can get the hefty bear carving strangeling for the woodcutter life by completing the fawn shrine over at Crickneck Canyon. You can get the fluffy beaver doll strangeling for the carpenter life by completing the doll shrine over at Crickneck Canyon. You can get the lovey-dovey lamp strangeling for the alchemist life by completing the worry shrine over at Fancshore Isles. You can get the royal yummy stew strangeling for the cook life by completing the thrilla shrine over at Drake's Knot Range. You can get the dandy bat hat strangeling for the tailor life by completing the bitter shrine over at Drake's Eye Valley. And you can get the final one, the blue demon's tile strangeling for the blacksmith life by completing the happy shrine over at Drake's Eye Valley as well. So that's going to be all 20 shrine strangelings, or actually only 19. The first one that you get for the closet strangeling, or the odd dresser I believe is what it's called, is going to be over here at the Joey shrine. But you literally have to do this as the first thing that you do when you come into Gyromosia, so you definitely have this one already. So that's going to be all of the shrine strangelings. Let's move on to the 10 strangelings that you can get from RNG drops. So every single boss enemy or boss resource has the chance to drop a blue chest whenever you clear it, and inside of that blue chest there can be a total of 10 different strangelings. I do believe the chance of getting one of those chests to drop is improved when you have higher item drop rate, which you can boost by equipping yourself with some item drop armor. So I'm gonna go ahead and clear out some bosses until I come across that blue chest. By the way, the bosses definitely don't need to be beaten over here in Gyromosia. If you prefer to beat any bosses over at the past in any of these maps, or even in like the depths in the present, just any boss resource or boss monster in general has the chance to drop a blue chest whenever you beat them. So I'm actually just gonna go over to the capital of Mysteria and I'm gonna go clear out some bosses over there. Oh, there we go. All right, killing the steel tortoise over here. As you saw, he drops a little blue chest. So the chances for the strangeling chest to drop are actually a lot lower than I thought, or maybe I just got unlucky, because I cleared out the Napdragon over here in the capital of Mysteria. I cleared the Fire Angel Tree and I cleared the Quetzal, so that's 3 bosses already. Then I went over to the Tropical Isles and I did this fish, this tree, and this boss fish over here, so 4 more drops, and then finally doing the steel tortoise, and he did drop the strangeling chest for me. So maybe the chances for boss enemies to drop these chests are a lot higher than for trees or crops and fish to drop them, but I do believe I've definitely had them drop the chests as well. But yeah, if you want to get this done as quickly as possible, maybe just try prioritizing killing boss enemies. But to be fair, by the time you are looking for your last strangelings, you probably got the 10 RNG strangelings already. So in my case, I already have all of the different ones that I can get out of these chests. So what do you get instead? You get some Celestia's gifts, which is actually pretty nice, because you kind of need a lot of them, especially if you want to go for that hover glider mount or any of the other exclusive recipes from Marco's little Celestia's gift shop. That Marco, he is one hell of a plushling for sure. Anyways, let's show you guys what the 10 different RNG strangelings actually are. You can get the secretive mask strangeling for the alchemist life, the snacky pie strangeling for the cook life, the wholesome yarn basket for the tailor life, the fresh-faced helm strangeling for the blacksmith life, the cheery wheat juice strangeling for the miner life, the sleepy pillow strangeling for the magician life, the corny bottle strangeling for the hunter life, the plushling lady doll strangeling for the mercenary life. I really like this one. The easygoing shield strangeling for the paladin life, and finally the pirate princess flag strangeling for the paladin life as well. So that's gonna be it for the 10 RNG strangelings. Let's move over to the 9 hidden strangelings who like to play hide and seek next. So for that, we will have to go over to Gyromosia, and let's go over to our first hidden strangeling. These are definitely the most difficult to find in the game, because they're just at like a random location inside of the whole map of Gyromosia. So let's go to the homely flower basket strangeling for the hunter life. She's gonna be located over here in Shoomhaven, and she should be at the middle aisle over here inside of the little pond. So it should be right here beside the cherry tree. Of course, I already have this strangeling myself. So again, right over here in this exact location is where you can find the homely flower basket strangeling. Let's find the woolly chair strangeling for the tailor life next, which should be located over here in the East Great Gut Plains, and it should be right over here in this little aisle. So right over here is where you should find the woolly chair strangeling. Let's go to the location for the cook o' lantern strangeling for the cook life. You should find it right over here in the Viridia Plateau region. So right over here is where you should find the cook o' lantern strangeling. The black wolf doll strangeling for the mercenary life is going to be an interesting one, and that's because we have to explore the Wormtail cave over at East Dryridge Desert. So we want to make our way inside of the cave, and at the end of it over here there should be a chest with the strangeling inside of it. So So the Wormtail Cave is gonna be right over here. Just want to go inside and make our way to the end. We gotta love this camera that doesn't allow us to look any more up than this. It is truly lovely. Anyways, right over here is where the chest with the Black Wolf Doll Strangeling should be. I'll show you where to find the Witch's Broom Strangeling for the Magician life next. This one should be located right over here in the West Dry Ridge Desert region. Around here, I would say. So I believe either over here in this patch of grass or over here in this patch of grass is where you should find the Witch's Broom Strangeling. Let's go over to the location for the Country Wood for the Woodcutter life next. This one should be located right over here near the campfire at the Drake's Knot Range region. So right over here somewhere around the campfire, I can't seem to find like an exact picture or video showing you the location of this Strangeling. I of course collected it myself as well, but if you run around here a little bit, you should probably spot it pretty soon. So this is going to be the location for the Country Woodpot. The Graceful Carp Banner Strangeling for the Angler life is going to be another interesting one. I believe this is actually one of the last Strangelings that I found, because I found most of these hidden ones myself, but this one is going to be located right over here inside of Drake's Hike Valley on this little small isle which has absolutely nothing else on it. So right over there on that island, you'll probably be able to spot it already if you don't have the Strangeling yet. That's going to be where you can find the Graceful Carp Banner Strangeling. The Quirky Hammer Strangeling for the Blacksmith life is going to be located inside a cave once again. This time it's going to be inside of the Agegara cave, which actually has two entrances. I recommend going inside from this location, and you want to make your way up to this point inside of the cave, which is where the chest with the Strangeling inside is going to be. So make your way to the cave over here in the Scorch Rock Mountain region, go inside and head for the chest. So the chest should be located right over here somewhere. It's definitely going to be inside of this room in the Agekara cave. So this is where you can find the Quirky Hammer Strangeling. And then let's go over to the last of these hide and seek Strangelings, the Scarecorn one for the Farmer life. This is also, I believe, the very last Strangeling that I found, and it's going to be right over here in this little island over at Wingtip Valley. If you found this one already, it's probably because you came here when there was a legendary quest going on for the legendary tree. I believe that spawns here as well, but yeah, over here somewhere in the middle of the island is going to be where the Scarecorn Strangeling is going to be. So that's it for all of the hide and seek Strangelings. Now only 6 Strangelings actually remain, and that's going to be the ones that are tied to all of the different settlements over here in Janaromosia. So I'm actually just going to show you the locations for all of these settlements. The only thing you need to do is complete the 3 requests that the head of the village is going to give you. If you have difficulty completing any of the quests, as I said before in this video, I made a separate one covering how to find and how to complete all of the quests for the different settlements. The Cash Cat Strangeling for the Carpenter life can be found in the Hanwa Hamlet settlement. This is actually going to be the most difficult one to get out of all of the settlement Strangelings, because the 3 quests are pretty difficult to complete. The Shaman's Painting for the Artist life can be obtained by completing requests over here at the Buffalo Base. The Old Man Anchor Strangeling for the Angler life can be obtained by completing quests over here in the Tortoise Town settlement. The Night Flan Strangeling for the Paladin life can be obtained by completing requests over here at the Simeon settlement. The Magic Daemon Statue Strangeling for the Magician life can be obtained by completing requests over here at the Beetle Burrow settlement. And then finally, the Big Old Bomb Strangeling for the Alchemist life can be obtained by completing requests over here at the Panther Preserve. So that's gonna be it for this video. That is all 49 Strangelings covered. This took quite a while to make, so I really appreciate it if you watched all the way through. I hope I was able to help you guys find all of these, or at least the couple last Strangelings that you needed to find. But with that, as always, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video or you found it helpful, definitely don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't done so yet. Not even 5% of the people watching my videos are actually subscribed, so I would appreciate it a lot if you would do so. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Alright, later. Bye.